This weekend is Memorial Day weekend. Tomorrow is actual Memorial Day when we honor those who've fallen in the line of duty. And we've had a tradition, a ceremony, a ritual, if you would, here at Unity San Francisco for the last 8 years now, where we've honored all the people we've lost, holding a memorial service that is more expansive for us as an opportunity, a chance to grieve, to mourn, and to remember the amazing souls who have left us on this planet, left us in this physical form, but have also left behind a beautiful and a powerful legacy. And this day, and this ritual for me, is a way to honor that legacy, that truth, that wholeness. You see, for myself, I remember as a little child attending funerals. They were a family affair and got to see a lot of my relatives. But I also remember funerals, family funerals, as something that I would serve. I was an altar boy in our local Catholic church, Christ the King Catholic Church in Terrytown, Louisiana, which is a whole other story, suburb of New Orleans. And the first funeral mass I served as an altar boy was for a little girl who was 5 years old and her obviously devastated family. As a parent of a soon-to-be 5-year-old right now, I have a new understanding of the grief that they must have been feeling. But as a young boy myself, it was powerful to watch the ritual. Even at that age and at that time, it was an open casket. I remember seeing the little girl's body, the first time I had seen a body, and the whole ritual of taking her to the graveside and her coffin going into the ground and her parents putting dirt on top of the coffin. All these years later, I still remember. And what I noticed as I grew up is that ritual, that closure, that grief, that public grief, seems to have left our society. More and more funerals are online right now. They have to be. But they are also with AstroTurf, no dirt. We don't stay for the interment. Open caskets are rarer and rarer. Cremation more popular. And there's nothing wrong with it. But I think an opportunity for grieving has left us. So when I was in school, I created this memorial service where we use these bulbs, these little flower bulbs, as a reminder of the circle of life, if you would. And then here we are in this year of 2020, and as I'm speaking, we are approaching 100,000 people in the United States who have lost their lives to this pandemic. And collectively, we've done nothing to mourn, to grieve, to acknowledge that incredible toll. I turn on the news or read an article and it has the number or a graph. So all these lives have become a graph for the nightly news. And they're people. They're mothers and fathers and sisters and children of all of us. A friend of mine, I discovered, passed away in New York City from coronavirus. Now, he had been battling cancer, struggling through it, and treatments weren't working. And when he developed coronavirus, they wanted to take him to the hospital, and he looked at his caregivers and said, "Don't waste a ventilator." And he died at home in his apartment. And that story made me love Robbie even more. That understanding of sharing, even and at our deathbed, the circle of life continues. So today, we're having an opportunity to have a ceremony, a ritual, to honor the people who have come through our lives and left a lasting, lasting legacy. We honor their gifts to us, our memories of them, the joy, the sorrow of losing them, and the faith that it's not all lost. You see, in years past when you were here virtually, I would hand out to you at this moment one of these little bulbs so that we could all plant them together. And I invite you to do that on your own, to find a bulb, a plant, something, to dig into some soil somewhere, even a pot like this one, as a memory, as a legacy builder for those we love who have passed on. So you see, everything that this flower was and everything that it will be is contained in this little tiny, dormant, dried up bulb. It holds this whole circle of life. So today, I plant this bulb for my friend Robbie, and I place dirt on top of it. As we do this ritual now virtually, you'll see pictures of many of our loved ones coming up on the screen as Misa and Carl sing for us. I invite you to let us hold this for you. We have planted over 100 bulbs in pots just like this that I will nurture and hold and care for all year. And when they're ready to bloom, I'll bring them back to this platform and show them to you blooming. Misa, Carl, thank you.
Without you, the ground thaws, the rain falls, the grass grows. Without you, the seeds root, the flowers bloom, the children play, the stars gleam, the poets dream, the eagles fly. Without you, the earth turns clouds move without you. The tides change, the boys run, the oceans crash, the crowd roar, the days soar, the babies cry without you. The moon glows, the river flows, but I die without you. The world revives,
Colors renew,
but I know blue, only blue, lonely blue, only blue. Without you. Without you, the hand gropes, the ear hears, the pulse beats. Without you, the eyes gaze, the legs walk, the lungs breathe.
mind
The
churns,
mind
the
churns,
heart
and the heart
yearns,
yearns, the tears dry without you. Life goes on, but I'm gone, 'cause I die
without you.
without you, without you.
Thank you.